Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first official video of this channel. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be giving you the top 6 values at DraftKings for this week. It will be the games on September 18th, which is this coming up Sunday. And let's just start out by saying this. This is not going to be like a little pussyfooting list of, that mid-range, that 5,000 through 6,500 range. No. These are going to be the grimy guys that are going to really win you that big money. You're not going to win the big money drafting all the 5,000, 6,000, 7,200 guys. I'm talking 5,000 and under, 5,000 absolute maximum. I do have one on here that's just slightly above that, but it is at a quarterback position. The lowest you can find is 5,000 for a starter. So we got some grit on this list. Shout out Barstool. We've got some grit to this list. I really think that these guys are going to help you guys win the big money. If you put maybe 2 or 3 of these guys in your roster, it's going to allow you to pick up Antonio Brown. It's going to allow you to pick up Odell, the big guys, Ezekiel, David Johnson going this week. So if you use this guide to take a couple of these guys, I think you'll succeed in week 2. Number 1, let's start with the quarterback. This is going to be a crazy one, but Trevor Siemian, I thought he played pretty damn well last week going up against an excellent Carolina Panthers defense. He did have 11 fantasy points on DraftKings, which, yeah, that's pretty bad, but honestly in his first start, he did throw 2 picks, but he had, 178 yards and he threw a touchdown. Not too bad. Demaryius Thomas is looking a little bit healthier as of today, so that should be a big help. With C.J. Anderson getting the ground game going, I really think it's going to take some pressure off of Trevor. Also, it doesn't hurt playing a very shitty Colts defense. They allowed 338 yards to frat boy Matt Stafford last week, so I really expect him to exceed what he did last week. Look for him at some value this week at $5,200. Number 2, your running back for this week, T.J. Yeldon. That's right, T.J. Yeldon is going for $4,700 right now, which is crazy considering Chris Ivory is ruled out this week once again. From my understanding, it's a groin injury or an asshole injury, maybe even. Someone told me it was that general region, front or back, as to why he's not playing. So sorry, Chris Ivory, hope you get better. But T.J. Yeldon, replacing him last week, had 16.9 fantasy points, which is awesome. The running game did not get going in Jacksonville, but it was kind of a shootout between Rodgers and Bortles. So I look for this week to get that running game established very early on. Also, they're playing the Chargers, which is, let's face it, probably one of the 5 shittiest defenses in the league. Joey Bosa still looks to be hurt, so they're not going to be improving in that front 7. I really think T.J. Yeldon's a great value this week at only $4,700. Number 3, let's get to the number 1 wide receiver value this week, and that is Travis Benjamin at $4,400. Complete steal. If you guys don't have Travis Benjamin on your roster, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Last year with the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, he was putting up pretty decent numbers. Last year with the Browns, he had 68 catches, 5 touchdowns, not too bad. This week, as Keenan Allen is ruled out for the season, the Chargers are a total pass-happy offense. Although a shitty offense, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. He's going to be getting the majority of the targets. Last week, 7 catches on 8 targets. Can't really complain too much about that. The first half was gobbled up a lot by Keenan Allen. He did get going early. So really look for Travis Benjamin to become the number 1 in that offense and get going this week. Also, playing against the Jags defense, that's not too bad. But Jordy Nelson did have 15 points last week, so as the Packers number 1, I think 15 points to the number 1 receiver from the Jags offense is about what you'll expect. So, like I said, $4,400, can't beat that at wide receiver, or can you? Because at my flex, I do have a slightly better, yes, better value for you. Let's hear it for the main man. He's not the main man. He is the main man, but I don't think a lot of people even know who the fuck this guy is. Tajae Sharpe from Tennessee. The clean-cut, clear number 1 wide receiver in Tennessee. Marcus Mariota in his second year, really starting to learn the offense, really starting to get some confidence and grow. He's the #1 wide receiver. Last week had a killer 14.6 points. That is awesome value at 44,000 even. 4,100 bucks on DraftKings. If you get a 15-point performance with a $4,000 guy, I think you're gonna be able to win some money, win some leagues, whoop up on your friends, talk that shit Monday. So Tajay Sharp, a great value. Also, Tajay Sharp is playing a horrendous Detroit Lions defense. So definitely Tajay Sharp needs to be on your DraftKings lineup. I even have him playing in an actual lineup this week. It was a league that I had Keenan Allen in, full point PPR, so I figured if this guy's gonna be getting 11 targets in a game, better have him out there. Next up at tight end, this one's a little more obvious. I know a lot of people were talking about this guy this week, and he is gonna have some value because he laid an egg last week. He had 0 points. Gary Barnidge, Cleveland Browns. Now, it is extremely difficult to put anyone from Cleveland on your fantasy team. I understand that. But RG3, the tight end killer, aka Colin Kaepernick's brother, those guys just hate throwing to the big guys. He's out. Josh McCown, aka Chicago boy. Jay Cutler back up. He is in. Last year with Josh McCown in, Gary Barnidge had 9 touchdowns. So, I mean, you're going to get some value there at $4,000 on DraftKings. Pretty solid tight end. Save you 1,600 bucks from that top tier Jordan Reed, Delaney Walker area. So I highly suggest going Gary Barnidge this week. Also, he's got Baltimore coming up. I fully expect Baltimore to be all over Cleveland early, which means that Josh McCown and the Cleveland offense is going to be throwing the ball frequently. Gary Barnidge in the goal line, red zone area, you can't really beat him. Big, tall target. Playing Baltimore, you know, half-ass defense. So Gary Barnidge, big week. Last but not least, this one's gonna turn some heads. For my defense, best value this week, playing the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins. Now, I think a lot of people are gonna think it's absolutely absurd to pick any defense that's playing New England, but Miami had a pretty good week last week, having 13 points from DraftKings, and this defense cost 2,500 bucks. That's going to save you $1,000 from that top tier defense in DraftKings, aka the Carolina, Seattle, Denver area. I mean, saving $1,000, that can help you huge with a running back or a wide out, even a quarterback if you like spending money there. I don't. I think it's overrated. But Miami last week allowed 352 total yards of offense, had 3 sacks and an interception. Jimmy Garoppolo obviously came out and played really well last week, but that was his first start. This week, I fully expect Miami defense to go all over him. Yeah, they're gonna put up some numbers, but I think, you know, you're gonna get a few turnovers from him. You're gonna get pressure in that backfield, maybe a couple sacks, a couple fumbles, you know, recover one of those, run it to the house, boom. You just got huge value with 2,500 bucks for your best steal defense of the week. Now, thank you guys for watching. Take all this, take 2 or 3 of these guys, plug them in your lineup, then go snag Antonio Brown, David Johnson's, whatever, those big name guys. After you do this, you're gonna be able to win some money. Maybe they don't produce that top tier, you know, 30-point game, but these guys are gonna give you great value. Enter those 50-50 leagues. No doubt you'll win your money. Thanks for watching. See you next time.